are moving up. Ooh. Okay, we have a 2A3 and a 1A5 against 4 T55s. That 2A3 might have itself a field day. Let's see what happens. This T55 is rushing it, though. It's running right past it. Is the 2A3 going to get a shot? It sneaks right past it and gets a back shot. Oh my gosh. That T55 will be remembered. It gets gonna win. Hey guys, it's Matt Does Games, and I just had to show that clip before we started this new tourney video. That was one of the coolest things. I was certain that 2A3 was gonna have a field day against all those T55s, and then this one lone T55 Chad's like, nah bruh, I'm gonna go right past you and your other tank, and I'm gonna get right behind you and blow you up. And he did, and it was pretty good. But anyways, I'm done with that. Thank you guys for tuning into this next round, where, well, not next round, next game in round one, that's a mouthful, where we're gonna have Nalyd and Lain versus Toucan and Togg. And this is going to be a great one. This one goes back and forth with a lot of sneaky attacks, really good microing from some of our very talented noobs in our noob server. As always, you know, this was through our noob server, Whiskey Alpha Romeo, and if you're interested in joining, the link is in the description below, and it's also got some instructions on how this tournament works. In the first video, I really talked about it, how it all goes down. If you're really curious how the tournament works and where to join the future tournament, which is going to be happening April 30th, then yes, join the Discord and get to know all these people. We have been growing very steadily, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and how about we get into the actual game? Let's do it. Alright guys, we are back with round one, game one, with Nalyd, Lain, Iwakura, Captain Toucan, and Togg. Captain Toucan and Togg are going to be NATO for this round, or this game. Nalyd and Lain will obviously be packed, because we got to do good guys versus bad. As you can see, Lain and Nalyd are doing their anti-air attacks, sending up some recons. Captain Toucan has his recons in the front like a smart person. Looks like Togg used not too many recons, just one, because he was like, I already know where I'm going to go. And he's using all of his other resources to get some anti-air and some mech rifles. I know that, I wonder if he's stocking up a little bit, because I wonder how expensive some of this stuff is. But as you can see, Nalyd and Lain are always, seem to be scared that potentially there could be a bombing run, so they do a good old AA plane to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Right now, the Motostrekkies are trucking along. Let's zoom in and take a look. I just noticed there's like a construction thing on the road. I think that's kind of funny. Oh, we have a shootout. Looks like Nalyd is pushing forward with some recon units to try and take on those mech rifles. And then he does lose a recon vehicle. I didn't get a good look at what it was before it happened. Over on the other side, we do have a napalm strike coming in. Looks like he lost eyes, but might turn back around. On this side, Captain Toucan is completely unopposed. He's got tons of cheap tanks, but let's jump over here to this napalm strike. That did take out some units. It is getting shot at by some chaparrals, but it manages to just escape. That's going to be out of commission for a long time, taking on that much damage. But as you can see, Toucan has called in, I think it's six very cheap infantry tanks. Well, not infantry tanks, but not very expensive tanks, we'll say that. Over here on this side, the infantry fights are breaking out now. Nalyd, being intelligent, pushes some of his BMPs to the other side to assist. That MiG is getting shot at and just escapes. Lucky day for him. Captain Toucan sends out some AAs. We do have a cluster strike. Will it score any hits? It does. Completely takes out one of those BMPs. Not a very useful kill, but still, as you can see, they take a lot of damage. But looking at Togg, he's lost all of his infantry. And now out of desperation, or whatever you want to call it, he's moving up his M1 Abrams. At this point in time, Togg is going to need to move up some more people if he wants to have a chance to get back to get control of this city. With this infantry moving up, they should be able to take this Abrams out. If they see it, and they do, just barely, he now sees them, realizing his mistake. He's like, oh shit, I gotta move back. These BMPs are even firing at the tanks, and the tank is destroyed. Nalyd now has a lot of infantry inside this vehicle, but no command vehicle yet to get rid of that advantage. Well, not advantage, but, you know, capturing. At this point in time, though, Lain is in a lot of trouble, and I don't think he realizes it, because there is a lot of infantry heading this way, and they do have Panzerfaust, so they can take out those T-64s. The T-64s do start to see, and they actually hit a building pretty hard. Jeez. And we do have an A coming in, gonna take out that helicopter, but it misses. Missed a stationary helicopter, that's depressing. And he is moving quickly through here, making Togg move back his chaparrals, and now he's ordering in some mech rifles to see if he can stop anything. And almost like a complete polar opposite for the other side of the team, Toucan is moving forward with his infantry, and I think he just found where he has sights on Lain's command vehicle. And if they take that out, that's not going to be good, because as you can see, he did just order a 2A3 Leopard. And these guys are moving very, very close to these units. These mech rifles are going to try and counteract it. Before that happens, let's see if they're able to... what's going on over here. These guys are completely surrounded. This is not going to be good for them. The T-64 is trying its darndest. Fighting inside the buildings. There is a very, very well-timed napalm strike that I missed, unfortunately. These mech rifles are sending up some more. It's being accompanied with a tank and some infantry support, something that Russia does not quite understand in real life. Just had to get political there, you know me. These guys are in quite a lot of trouble here. That tank shot, those tanks melted. He needs to get these guys out, because if there he goes. So now Nalyd's feeling confident. He's starting to press forward even more. I'm assuming I'm going to see a command vehicle coming forward soon, and I do right there. They still haven't even taken Hotel, so they're kind of putting themselves in a little bit of a hold, because right now nobody's focusing on command vehicles. They're just trying to get a foothold of the ground so they can move forward. And as you can see, these guys have perished. And they have taken out the command units. So now Lain needs to do something to stop that. And then the Phantom 2-2AA did just take out a MiG AA. So are we seeing air superiority? I don't know, but those A's are flying hella close to this AT, and Nalyd has some cheap tank spam coming on right now. I did always like how the T-55s look. I think they look pretty cool. So Nalyd has a strong foothold, and now he has the advantage. So this is going to start putting PACT into the advantage, even though I don't know why they make PACT blue and NATO red. I think that's kind of silly. Oh, we have a little dogfight here. Who's going to win? Ooh, Nalyd wins. Let's see the explosion. Blow up, blow up. Oh, it almost hits the Iglas. That was probably a pretty epic screenshot. Oh shit. I've seen that in real life. No, thank you. That cluster comes in, doesn't do any damage. I think it was more of a guess. Nalyd now. Looks like he's going somewhere. Not sure where. Lain does manage to get some vehicles on this side, takes out a recon. He needs to get these dudes out of the vehicle, or they're going to be in a lot of trouble. If they see this vehicle and they don't get out, they didn't get out, but they miss. They actually shoot the command unit, and now with them having sights, Toucan calls in his clusters. Let's see if this gets, let's see if they're accurate. This isn't going to be good. Not for them. Oh, no! And there goes the command unit, and just as that happens, here comes Captain Toucan with his command unit, and this will put them at a +3 advantage, but just when they think it's going to be smooth sailing, Nalyd doing a very, very sneaky push. Since he has control of this, he now knows he can go up these roads. While this is happening, Togg is trying to get a push here, having no idea that Nalyd has pushed up forward. He takes out that helicopter, and hopefully for Togg and Toucan, and they did see it. So now they're like, oh shit, we gotta blow this guy up. But it's just a guessing game because he can't see what's going on. So they try and send. Togg had they had a lot of planes just ready to go, and I don't think any of them are gonna land. It was a fair effort and a fair guess, but not one single accurate shot. All misses. That was pretty neat to see, though. Let's go back over here. So unfortunately, it just looks like two polar opposites on the sides, but the real issue here is this area and soon to be this area. It looks like they did do a little bit of a strike on them, though. So there is a bit of a stalemate here. They're just not pushing up, and these guys are coming up to see what's going on. It's more of like a, almost more of a sacrificial attack. Like, all right, there they are. If they had any planes, they could do like a little bit of a strike. But it looks like Nalyd now feels pretty confident in his ability to hold this area, so now I think he's going to start focusing either middle or this very, very ambitious attack on Charlie. Very ambitious indeed. That AA, that's kind of smart, just having it in the back. But, and it gets blown up. Oh, and it just gets one little shot off. So now he did do that recon attack, that recon just to do that, but then Togg, thinking like, hey, this guy's probably going to try and hit me. But then once he moves forward, he gets spotted by the other recon and gets hit by the napalm. This unfortunately misses, but these Motsutsans are going to light these mech rifles up. First firing. Oh, and here comes some clusters to try and hit. They're going to hit those buildings. And that's doing some damage. And he comes with a tow cobra that fall in the back. And there is no anti-air. There goes one of his tornado clusters. These poor guys are like, help me! So he is pushing forward. I think Nalyd can see that cluster right now. He's pushing forward his Strelas. But as this is all going down, they're about to lose Charlie. And Charlie is now gone, and as that happens, I think Togg told Toucan, he was like, hey, they're at Charlie! And so they're trying to do a little bit of a squeeze on him by sending up some leopards on one side, mech rifles on the other, and some more leopards on the other side. Probably saw those T-55s and was like, ah, just some T-55s, I'm not worried about it. Over on this side, it looks like Lain is trying to do some artillery fire just to kind of whittle him down, while also having an anti-tank helicopter in the back for support. These strikeys might blow this tank up at Philstina time. Yep, they sure do. Infantryman, it's no joke. Lain does have a sneaky thing here, but look what's going on here. Toucan climbing through the mountains ever so slowly. These guys got great traction. Right, doop, doop, doop. Dude, looks like we have some cluster strikes coming from over here. Let's see what they're going for. Probably going for this guy. They probably found him. Captain Toucan. It was an accurate snipe. So that's going to take out that advantage. Still not gone yet, though. I wonder why. There's no one else in there, is there? Huh. That's kind of strange. Any hoozle. But here comes kind of a big push on this side. Looks like they're ready to attack, but they're kind of accumulating their troops before they push. Oh, and there's something over here. These most Trekkies are going to blow up that tank. Oh, they just miss. If they get stunned, they're in trouble, and they did. And as this is going on, just a little bit, and there's a tiny push here. See if we can get a view of this attack and that one over there, and sure can. These T-55s are going to melt those tanks. But will this other tank be able to do anything? It looks like it took out a BMP. It's going through the hills, and this is probably taking out its line of sight, and it is. That M1A1 just gets off in time. This one is routed. The Motostruckies are chasing it. That poor tank is like, please stop. Still not dead yet. That was some RNG right there. And now Toucan has completely taken control. Lane's coming in to try and mop up some of this. We do have a Leopard 2A3 right here. Now that is dangerous. Got an anti-airplane flying around. It's moving him forward, but I'm not sure how much damage this tank's anti-tank plane's going to be able to do. Helicopter, sorry. There's just so much going on, I don't know where to look. Is he moving up his mech rifles? Can't tell. Not yet. Looks like he's trying to get a little bit more additional support before he does this final push. Lain, it looks like Nalyd has even more T-55s coming up, and some more Mulchutzen's, and even some anti-air. But all during this time, they are starting to get an advantage just for now. They get little tiny advantages and then they die. And it's unfortunate because if they could have really attacked hard on this right side, then I think they would have had a really good chance of, you know, putting up a big fight. I mean, they still are, but it's just that one little thing. This might blow up that Leopard if they can get the shot off. Oh! Oh, the Leopard just gets it. Leopard's gonna take out... Is it gonna survive this onslaught? It's gonna hit by everything. Oh my gosh! Kill it! Alright, this has gotta kill it. And it's just still surviving. Can this one not take it out? Alright, anyways, let's get over here. We have Toucan sending up his Leopards 1A1s. He's got some others on these other sides. On the other side, trying to not attack at all from one area. He does take out that one T-55. Will this T-55 take out the other two? They're already kind of injured. Gets a miss. Scores a hit on that one. Ooh, this is going to be close. We have a cluster coming in. Cluster just misses, and the BMP gets a surprise shot on top of the mountain, of all things. So that one attack didn't really go too well. I think as he was doing that, his other tanks weren't able to get up at the same exact time. We do have Captain Toucan sending in a ship to do so. Oh, right here. Looks like Nalyd, instead of sending those other tanks up this way, actually sent them up north, or up to the center. He does have one command vehicle just waiting to see what to do. These guys are getting hit hard by presumably the T-55s. And over here, once again, no advantage, but Nalyd and Lain are at a +4. Very significant, so if they can hold this, they need to put a lot more focus on the center. It's going to be difficult to keep this here because you're so close to their spawn, and as you can see, Togg is sending a lot of infantry this way. They do lose that T-55. This Motostrucky with a side shot is going to be able to do some damage. Let's do this right here so we can kind of see some other stuff going on. But I feel like this Motostrucky, you know, it has the rockets. It does take out one BMP, and the T-55s are coming in to sandwich them. Takes out another. Trying to get a better view here. They're completely sandwiched. One T-55's down. Come on, Motostruckies. Gotta cheer for the infantry every time. Yep, Motostruckies gets the back shot, but at what cost? And that Motostrucky took out the last BMP. All those vehicles gone, but this infantry coming down. And thus begins the artillery. Not much going on over here. He does have these 2 units here. He managed to sneak them in without anybody seeing them. Unless these guys, I don't know how this wouldn't see him. But what he could do is he could try and send and do a back shot on that tank, and it would kill it in 1 hit. It looks like now we do have a bit of a firefight going on. Oh, solid hit on that artillery. Completely stunned, just obliterated them. T-55s are moving up the hill, but what they don't see are these Leopards 1A5s. Well, these Mastruckis get the shot off in time to save that T-55. They get 1 solid hit, but then they're stunned. This T-55 might take out that Leopard, though. Cluster comes in. The tanks take out those last T-55s. But just when you think it's over, he brings in more. This game turned into the fight of Charlie. Delta has started falling down again. They just can't see him. They just can't seem to get a foothold. Over here, just a whole lot of nothing. And that 1 sneaky Jaeger that I even forgot about. It was so sneaky. That sneaky Jaeger climbing across the mountains. Managed to get all the way over here. Find the guy and take away their advantage. Essentially getting revenge. Let's go back over here. These T-55s should hopefully beat this infantry. But as that's happening, we do have some Leopard 1A5s just waiting, and they're going to see those Ministrekis. Eventually they will. They're just outside. And this is going to get them a more significant advantage once they come across there. The moment he walks in, I'd imagine they're going to send some cluster strikes from where that originated from. I'm sure you'll start hearing some planes. Pretty close game right now, though. 625, 453. Did we hear any planes yet? He is sending up a Leopard 2A3. The strongest tank in the game, in my opinion. And then now they find the command vehicle. And unfortunately, Nalyd in them. Oh, wait, what is that? What did I say? What did I say? Here comes the guess from Togg. It looks like it's going to be accurate. Oh, no. Oh, but he survives. So that's good. Oh, and this could be, nope. Nope. It's like, this could be something. They are really fighting for Charlie right now. That Leopard 2A3, I think, could take out will easily be able to take out all 3 of those T-55s. OP bastard. Super accurate. Does great pen. Got some artillery flying in where they're just kind of guessing where the units are. They're hitting a whole lot of nothing and they're just ruining people's houses. This poor Monostreki's doing a last stand. Poor guy, he's not going to make it. He's never going to see his family again. Let's see. Yeah, this area is now complete. It's Nalyd's. Probably doesn't have to worry about it too much. We're at a bit of a stalemate right now with 18 minutes to go, with a lot of stuff that can still happen. They need to, as you can see, Lain kind of catches on to this. He was like, I need to do something. And the T-80 even sees somebody and is shooting at those recon units. These T-55s are starting to get caught fighting Bradley infantry vehicles and even a recon helicopter. And with these tows, they'll be able to take out these T-55s. But they decide to reverse. They also have these dragons. Literal dragon people. Where is this king going for? Nobody. Straight towards its friends. Just misses. Not bad. What's going on over here? Looks like they're starting to do their push. And these T-55s, this could be the end of Charlie, unfortunately. What it seems. Not much going on over here. He is trying to move up his T-80, which I don't think is going to work out too well. And it looks like Nalyd. Alright, artillery. it looks like Nalyd just isn't ready to give up Charlie just yet. This T-80 does see these recon Jaegers. That's going to probably trigger some sort of movement to try and take out that command tank with that tank gain sheet. These T-55s are completely surrounded by these infantry units. And they're going to have a hard time surviving that onslaught, that's for certain. He is bringing up more T-55s, 4 tanks. Or are they going to catch wind of it? I don't know, we'll see. And Lain is bringing up some T-80s. We got some T-55s coming up here. Infantry's everywhere. They are moving up. Ooh. Okay, we have a 2A3 and a 1A5 against 4 T-55s. That 2A3 might have itself a field day. Let's see what happens. This T-55 is rushing it, though. It's running right past it. Is the 2A3 going to get a shot? It sneaks right past it and gets a back shot. Oh my gosh. That T-55 will be remembered. It gets a back shot, completely takes it out in one hit. That's like a 50, that's a 50 unit tank. As that was going on, it looks like what tanks that were sent were killed, and unfortunately now for Nalyd and Lain, they're at +3 disadvantage. They have these flame troopers. These things will melt this Motostrecki, even though they're only a 1 veterancy. It won't make a difference. They'll completely melt them. We do have a little bit of a tank battle. These tanks are like, finally I can do something. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. I am lagging out a little bit. Who's gonna win this engagement? This is a bunch of T-80Us. Well, that's a solid hit. He's like, ow. Are they getting out of firing range? That one just doesn't escape. Looks like that one actually took some shrapnel, which is kind of cool. I've seen that before. I'm telling you that if Lain moves these guys, backshot, 2A3 dead, and then he has the right. He needs to move up some recon potentially. I don't know. Nalyd has very, very solid ground on the left. After that, the T-55s are now hiding. They're like, I'm going to stay here. That artillery is just not doing anything. It's just, that recon unit's just like, what? Like, oh, you're hitting me? Oh, that 1A5 took a direct hit. We had two T-55s coming up to this Leopard 1A5. Takes out one. Takes out 2. Didn't get any damage. Took a direct shot from a plane as well. Togg's like, alright, it's time. We have secured Charlie. It's time for me to reclaim my homeland, which is Alpha. I shall reclaim it. Over on this side, there is a little bit of a push going on here. A T-80U, a level 3 T-80U is trying to take on a level 2 2A3, and it's not going too well. These two guys and a BMP, I mean, if they could get the drop on them, could do some damage here. This, wow. That T-55, all of the attacks here. That Panzerjägers. Oh, look at this. Look at that coordinated strikes from each side, getting side shots, just annihilating it. And Nalyd, I think, is going to try and send even more Motostrekkis. He's like, I'm not giving up yet. Oh, looks like we got a bit of a flank going on with the flame troopers, but they're kind of far. Big infantry battle over there. Oh, looks like Lain, as I was focusing on that, started getting some movement, and these Motostrekkis barely have eyes of this Leopard. While this distraction happens, this is a perfect time to take out that 2A3. There is definitely some movement happening here. Direct shot on that Captain Toucan's men that are still in their cars. He is sending two A3s. No bueno. And as this was happening, it looks like Togg is not having a successful push onto Alpha. He's about to move up his men into an onslaught. Wow. Completely destroyed. Wow. Those tanks do not mess around. I was not expecting that to work. He completely destroyed their cover. Well, right now, though, because they took out that, because they made this unit push back, they're actually at a +2 advantage. Still, not moving this guy up and just letting the 283 survive. They have rockets. Yeah, they do. These tanks are moving forward, thinking they can do it. This BMP might get the killing score. It's gonna do it. Hit once. Up. And when Abrams just survives. So this BMP looks like it's dead. Leopard 283 just still surviving. And we got another one coming in, and it's probably gonna come across these BMP guys now. These poor Monostrekkies. Might not though. Should see them. Maybe it just can't. T-55s just getting destroyed. I mean, as they should. They're a pretty cheap unit. We do have a little bit of an infantry push here with some anti-air. I think this is when you kind of realize that Charlie's not going to happen, and that's okay. It's time to focus on Delta. You know, you're making them use all these resources up here where they can't really do anything about it. And then these poor guys are going to get rocked. All of them hiding in the trees. With the logistics truck in there to supply them. 10 minutes left. Nalyd and Lain need to do something if they're going to win this game. Well, will they? We'll find out. He's moving up a T-55 coming in. He doesn't have a co-pilot. Oh, we do have a little bit of a... Oh man, these guys are completely surrounded here. Toucan surrounding the Panzerjägers. They're not going to stand a chance. And this poor infantry. Schutzens trying to move up, doesn't know that it's about to come across even more people. This Schutzen just is standing this one dude alone. He's like, I'll save you! I will save you! For my honor! It's the people of Russia! You will not die in vain! You will not die in vain! What's going on? Unfortunately, he died in vain. And as I was being stupid, Togg is pressed up with his Abrams, destroying a supply vehicle because, you know, war crimes. How dare you? Just kidding. It's a thing. Kinda have to. Doing a shoot and scoot, fires, and then moves back. That's probably gonna kill it. Yep, that's a kill. And a cluster... no drop. Lost view of it. Fair enough. They are trying so hard to get some sort of an artillery strike here, but they seem to can't. They seem to can't. Yeah, they seem to can't, guys. Words. I've been talking a lot today. This TAU just doesn't see that recon. Or is it marked as passive? No, it's fireable. Or all these marked as fireable? This one's marked as fireable too. So did it not see it? He did lose his friend. He did lose his friend. That's sad. But yeah, Toucan has a very strong foothold, per usual. And they now have this center on a pretty strong foothold as well. They're just trying their damnedest to kill this guy. They're like, F you, you bastard. KPZ's backing up. Doing some damage to this infantry though. I can't keep my helicopters alive to save my life. It looks like he got wind of Lain's tank. And it's trying to blow that tank up. And I don't know if Lain sees it yet, but he should probably reverse it. Great analysis, man. That's how it's done. You win if you get more points. Wow. Really? Togg's bringing out the big guns. Do you have a cluster plane that looks like it hasn't dropped its payload just yet? And it's like, no. Oh, here comes a T-80B, a T-80B, a T-80B, and a T-80B. Who's gonna win? This is the tank battle. 2 283s versus 4 T-80Bs. Bam, bam. Took nothing. They are low veterancy. It's not looking good. Ah, well, got one of them. And now the KPZ T-55 comes in, and yeah, he just keeps pressing forward for some reason, though. It's like, stop! No! And he's blown up. He was like, I will fight for my people. Toucan's pretty cool with just being where he's at. He's like, you know what, I'm not going to press it. I got other things that matter, which is this area. These guys have been hiding here for the whole game, essentially, and they finally get found out. There's an H.A. Abrams, though. These suckers can do some damage. Support remote shoots-ins. They're going to need something if they're going to be able to do this. Another great analysis, Matt. They're going to need something if they're going to be able to do this. What even is that? What do you even mean by that, Matt? What was your analysis there? Bro, they're going to need to do something. Just pushing these motostruckies slowly but surely. If they can take Delta, they might be able to, I don't even know if they have enough time. They can, it's possible. Look at that. It's just tanking it. Just like, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Are you RDing me? No. You seem to be RDing me. This should hurt me. I do think it's fine though that these Porbon shoots-ins were finally found. I think that's, yeah, that's not good for them. You guys will be remembered. How pretty this game is. A landscape. Oh, so anyways, something that's really important is, hold on, where was it? Right here. That's it. You know, even in war zones, you know, I'm glad that we can have this sign that says, hey, people are working on something. Very good. Okay, 4 minutes left. Anyways, back to the battle. We do have a T-64BV. It's about to get hit with the side, though, from me. Well, not really, because that's a flame unit. So they can't really do anything. Dang, dude. They fire computer reset. Fortunate. Anyways, back over here. Some more T-80BVs. This 283 is just going to completely wreck them. Side shot. Side shot. 283 is in a perfect position of defense. There's no really... Yeah, and he's like, fucking kill it! He's like, I don't care if we lose this game. That 283 needs to die. And Togg has just given up. He's like, I'm just going to have this dude chill. Guy's like, yeah, so... I heard we're winning. He does have some infantry over here, right? Over here in the back. Trying to be a sneaky boy. Artillery is just not doing anything, and then he sends a logistics unit just to stock it back up. But as he does that, he is getting shot by more artillery. But I stopped using artillery. All right. So essentially, for them to win, they somehow need to do an assault to attack this right and completely destroy them. But the thing is, right now, what they're fighting for, they don't necessarily have to win this. What they're fighting for is to not get a total loss. Because if they get a total loss, they're going to be at -3 with, or just at 0, and then they're going to have to get a total victory just to tie, and then you have to go into tiebreakers, which we haven't even thought about, so good luck with winning that. But if they get a major loss, then they can get a total victory next game, and win and go on to the next round. Which would kind of suck for Toucan, and then now they're just kind of being silly. They're like, well, we're going to send some people up just for fun. Togg's like, I want to go over here. I'm tired of getting killed on the right. Let's see, are they going to be able to kill this BMP? Or this Motostrucky? He's got rockets. This Motostrucky might take out that Recon Bradley. Yeah, he does. Unfortunately, at what cost? It's a hit, but yeah, that's going to lead to that Monostrucky dying. He does take out the Bradley, though. He goes out with a bang. And these flame units doing one last push of desperation. Oh! Man, that thing didn't do anything. Oh, we got another one, a seed. Oh! Artillery. T-55s are shooting at it. They might kill it. Oh! There they go, they finally got it. It took a little bit, but they finally took out one, but unfortunately, they have another one hiding in the back. And with 30 seconds left, it's not looking too good. Togg has his HA Abrams just kind of chilling, waiting. He's like, fight me, bro. I dare you. It's funny that they can't see each other. Are they going to get revenge? They're going to at least get revenge. Oh, they might get this 283 just out of spite. Is the 283 going to survive? Oh my gosh, another kill. Another kill. Another. Oh, he missed. Oh, I think they would have gotten him if they had more time. The game ended up just being a 2A3 massacre. I'm kind of curious just looking at it. Well, I mean, it's on the other perspective, so you can't see it anyways. But yes, that is going to end game one. Very, very intense. There was a lot of back and forth, a lot of possibilities that could have gone, but it ended with Captain Toucan and Togg being the victor for this game. There's still another game where if Nalyd and Lain can reconvene and say, all right, we know what we did wrong. This is what we need to do to fix it. And then if they can get a total victory, they would actually go on to the next round because they would have 3 points to Captain Toucan and Togg's 2 points. As you can see, it was very one-sided on one side and one-sided on the other, but one side was able to hold the center and was able to stop a huge attack in the back where that could have changed the game, but they were able to hold on for as long as they needed, and it got them the win. So yeah, there's my analysis. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. The other game will be showing up the next day or the next day after that, depending. Hopefully it'll show up the next day, which is tomorrow, technically. And we will see you then. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.